I will record. Yeah, this is also for you if you want to check out the concepts again. So now let's start. Welcome, Margarita. Welcome, Owe. Thank you for being here.
Thank you guys for having us. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Perfect.
So Margarita had reached out to me, I think because of Syncretism Society, and she shared something that she was benefited from one of your classes, Yusuf. So you know, we've been talking a lot about the so-called negatives, and I'm always seeing a positive side to this. Even the negative coming out is a positive, because then we know, okay, you know, that's a snake, so I shouldn't go there. So but as something truly marvelous, I was receiving all this hate comments, and suddenly I see her email saying that she had a success story. So maybe Margarita, you can share with us from there up until where you are now, and then the difficulty you're facing now, and the ideal solution for you.
Yes, sure. Well, I've always had more of a lean towards more holistic stuff than the doctor, of course. I guess we all know this intuitively. And so when my daughter first became sick, she was maybe like around, I want to say 2. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it happened after a vaccine, because I know she's my first. So I was more like, oh, you know, everything has to be done on time. And that's what I remember. And it kind of angers me now, but so from what I remember, I had took it to the doctor maybe a day or 2 before. My mom calls me to work. I had gotten into work at 10 and it was 12. I had seen her. I had seen her good. And all of a sudden she was going through a real bad asthma attack. She was in the hospital. My mom said, I'm at the hospital. The baby couldn't breathe. And I don't remember what could have triggered it except for that. And it was really, really scary. She was actually admitted to the hospital, stayed there a couple of days. From then, she just has, a lot of sicknesses happened. She's allergic to bee stings, and she gets like her face completely sold up. The last time she got bit on her lip, and she was like, half of her face was completely all the way to her neck. Yeah, wow. She gets
like
really bad.
A real allergy, yeah.
And like around 5, I remember it once happened when she ate pizza, and she would eat pizza before, but I guess they say she probably bit into a certain spice that time that caused it. But it was the same thing. My mom brought her to my job, and she was swollen again. And so, I just know that she became sick a little bit after that. And so ever since then, she's kind of suffered from asthma a lot. She's been very sick. We live in Texas right now. We had moved to Virginia and thought maybe that would make a little difference too. We had been out there. We were there for a whole year, maybe 2 years ago. And it didn't make a difference. We try to use as least as medication as possible, but sometimes it's scary. You don't know what to do. You don't know what's gonna help. And so she does her nebulizer machine, or she'll do the, she has about
you have a nebulizer.
Okay. Yes. She has about 4 different. And so, and the doctors, They would tell me, well, what you need to do is give her more steroids. And to my understanding, steroids are going to just weaken my daughter a lot more. So what I try to do is not use the steroids. We don't use the steroids unless it's like really necessary. And so the last time it happened, the most recent time, it was about 6 months ago, right? No more.
It was last year, because it was on New Year's. Right before New Year's Eve, I went to the hospital because I couldn't breathe.
She couldn't breathe. She had a real bad asthma attack. She was in the car and she was crying, and she was just holding herself and telling me, Mom, I'm tired of breathing. And that just really, I felt I had to do better. I was like, okay, come on, like, what am I doing? Like, I keep trying to control it by keeping her off of steroids, but what else am I doing? And I knew that I had to look into something. And when we looked into, we were members of the Syncretism Academy, and from there we found Yusuf. She found Yusuf. I'm more into astrology and stuff, and I saw him there, and I mentioned, I'm like, hey, like, look into this, and she did, and she really studied into it. She looked into it. She studied. She did all the every single video. She did it, and she wrote information down. She ended up doing this little coconut oil mixture. She mixed the coconut oil with some what did you do?
Peppermint
Peppermint oil, right? And
coconut oil with peppermint oil, and I
she,
would
in a
spray
spray
it
bottle.
here in this place right here, because whenever I get my asthma attacks, this part really goes like sucked into the point where there's a very deep hole here, and it always hurts in like a little while before the asthma attacks. It starts itching me, and that's how I know I'm gonna get an asthma attack. So I ended up spraying it there, and it would calm me down, and basically it ended up just like stopping my asthma sometimes when it was a bad asthma.
And it happened like where she would do it, and she just like sit down and rest for a little bit, and she felt better, and she was up again. I even had the confidence to put her in sports. She's in boxing right now.
Wow.
Because I believe that her lungs need to get that strength somehow. It's not going to be by steroids. I mean, I don't think so, at least. And so we got the confidence to put her in sports, and so she's doing that. She's I think she was using it for maybe for a while, right?
But yeah, for like 6 or 7 months I had been using it, and then
Without
and then there was times when I didn't even need to spray it anymore because they controlled my asthma to a point where I didn't really need it that much or breathe as much as I used to. But
Okay.
and
Okay.
this came back a
think
little
it's
while
the
ago, and that's
weather.
when I reached out. Like I didn't know what to do anymore.
Because
I know that there's, I know that this is the route. I know that this is the way. I just have to learn how to do it right.
Right.
ever since it
Yeah,
got
totally.
cold, ever since it got cold, it started getting like that's usually when my asthma gets up the most. And especially now when it got really, really cold, I couldn't even go to boxing or anything. I had missed out like 2 or 3 weeks because it had just been wheezing nonstop.
Right.
And the peppermint oil no longer worked anymore. Like I had gotten used to it or used to it. So no matter how much I would spray it on my neck or on here, it just didn't really work anymore.
Yeah. So we were looking for more, like what
Yeah.
more can we do? Because we know, I mean, for sure, this is the I cannot go back to letting her do all these pumps and all these albuterol and all this stuff. It's too much.
Right.
Yeah.
And can you remember
is.
what vaccine it was? Or do you not
I-
remember? It must have been one
I
of the
would not,
booster.
because she would, when they're like 2, and then they give them like a big dose or a couple of doses. So it was
Booster.
that I remember that she was 2 when she went to the hospital, and I was thinking like, why is my daughter so sick when I just took her to the doctor and she was not sick, and that's what I know, but I can't remember exactly which ones or.
Right. Okay. Well, I before Yusuf says anything, I just, one, you mentioned the seasonal change is exacerbating the asthma, which I think it might be an immunity thing that's being when the season is changing, the immunity goes down. In Ayurveda as well, when the body is cold, the immunity is coming down as well. So what that this happens with me.
Makes sense, yeah.
When I'm cold, everything flares up. Like I don't usually get colds, but I get a cold and all of that. And the other thing is there heavy metals that come in through vaccines and through sometimes even things like cleaning products, which I think Yusuf is going to touch on. They need to be leached out of the body. So for that, spirulina, chlorella, and there's another one, chlorophyll. Those are all helpful to leach heavy metals off the body so that long term you have an immunity. And she can have honey even if she's allergic to a bee sting. So
she uses
good
that.
honey.
Yeah.
Lately, when I had been wheezing these past weeks, I had been drinking mullein tea because I had looked into plants that would help with asthma, and mullein kept popping up. But
yeah,
I couldn't
mullein
find
is for smokers' lung and stuff. They prescribe it. So did you start taking that?
I couldn't find it. I only managed to find some in the stores, And there I only just make it into teas and I add honey to that. And I've been taking that almost every day.
We
for
couldn't
the
find
past,
an
like,
actual
2
plant.
weeks.
She drive around and look for the actual plant.
Well,
and go-
yeah, you have to buy it online.
Yeah.
Sadly, you know, the herb you have to buy online. I've tried to find it in the store as well, but it's not easy to find unless you go and gather. So Yusuf, go ahead, take it away.
Yes, thank you, thank you. First of all, thank you for creating this space, and thank you, Owe, and thank you, Margarita, for telling the story. I can relate in everything you are saying. First of all, congratulations, because I think this is an opportunity, and I believe that when things get worse, they are also about to get better. So I want to ask some questions before we start, and the first one is, so you start to see the effects after you get the vaccine, and how long was that ago?
14 years.
14
14
years.
years.
Okay, 14 years. Okay, perfect. So you are living with the asthma for 14 years now, like with ups and downs. Okay, perfect. What's the name of the medicines you are taking?
I know I take albuterol. I take steroids sometimes.
The name of the steroids, Jen?
The name of them.
Sorry, can you say that again? Sorry, I didn't hear.
I know I take albuterol on the steroids, but the actual
Okay.
names are on the pump. Should you look it up?
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to have the names. Okay,
Yes,
perfect.
indeed.
And
Do
I
you
have
want her to
another-
bring the pumps and?
yes, please, would be awesome.
Perfect.
And I have another question. Have you worked the emotional part of the asthma?
No.
Not yet. Okay, perfect. Thank you. And do you still have peppermint?
Yes, she bought a
Perfect.
little.
Perfect. If you can bring it, because I'm going to teach you today a technique that for me helped a lot. And I will show you some pictures that I was very intoxicated. I have crazy allergies. And 3 times I almost get like without breathing in the hospital. So peppermint is a very powerful essential oil. And if she's trying putting in the chest and it's not working, maybe it's time to use it in a different way. But if the peppermint worked and now it's not working, maybe we can switch the form of use and see if it's happening. It's getting better.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. I think that was. What are the things
Yeah,
that
he said he
she's allergic?
The only thing that we
Yes.
know of would be the bee stings
Bee
and
stings.
the bee stings, and then that time that she bit into a spice from pizza, they told us that they couldn't tell us because of, they didn't know, I guess, and I don't know what kind of spice it was that she bit into, but those are the only 2 times. But then, like, as in when it's like time where all the other ones get a little cold, she's the one that gets the most sick.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Okay, perfect. Okay, I will share you my screen so that you can see this picture of me. You can laugh, of course. Some people say in the first one I look like Hitch in the movie. This guy, this Will Smith movie where when she takes the this thing and then she just swallow up. Well, this is me.
Yes, I know which
yeah.
one where he got bit by a bee.
Yeah, and yeah, pretty much this happens to me also with bees, with mosquitoes, but it was also 2 medicines. One, it was called the component is what's the name of the, well, it's a somniferous. I don't remember the component, but it was actually 3 medicines. No, my intoxications weren't about food. It was more by medicines. So I started to at the beginning it was just like this, my face just more big. Then something happened in my eyes and skin, like my eyes got like to the inside, and something was wrong with my skin.
Yeah.
But here in the middle it was when I was start to choke, like I couldn't breathe. And it happens to me 3 times, and the doctors they never. I make a lot of studies, and they suggest me a lot of things, and I try them, and I never get to the exact thing that could help me. So
Yeah,
so
that's
the
how it
first thing.
feels.
yeah, so the first thing I did, sorry, let me just, sorry. Okay. Okay, we're here again. Oh, I can I can put the full screen now. I just let me switch it.
She has
Do
the
you still
function.
do you still see my
Yes.
screen? No,
Not
right?
anymore. No.
Okay, I don't know why I can't go to Zoom, but okay, I will suppose that I'm seeing you guys. Yeah, guys. Okay, so the interesting part here is that I was reading in some of the chats that I have with my doTERRA users and looking for in this technology like a real help. So even though I tried a lot of essential oils and different type of things, when I read about the 30-day cleanings program of doTERRA, I was just amazed. And I didn't have the time to do it. So back on those days, I was really like suffering because all these allergic things, and I didn't have the time to do the detox. So I was like, what am I going to say? What am I going to do? And it was like also like a crazy period of these allergies that it was like a lot of bumps in my body and also the choking thing. So I just decided to do it, and it was amazing for me. I'm going to show you another picture to see like the next me after doing the detox. Just let me see if the picture is here. Here. Well, I'm going to look it, but the thing is that after 2 months of doing this detox, that it's amazing because pretty much what it does is it activates your guts so that you can start producing these little small soldiers that are like, it's called the flora in the intestines. And it cleans like everything from the beginning. And well, I was very intoxicated, by the way, but it wasn't not just because of the food and alcohol and cigarettes and all that stuff, but it was also about the medicines. And I didn't knew I wasn't taking that much medicine, but I thought that maybe small doses of that medicine would help, but no, they didn't. So I was really desperate of this. And for me, the detox, I will show you a little bit about this program and what it is. But for me, in my experiences, since I do the detox 2 times a year, because even though I try to eat the best I can, and but there's smog and there's all this toxic around. So I do it twice a month, and I was impressed because the doctors told me
Twice a year, twice a month. No,
sorry,
twice a year.
twice a year. Yes, thank you, Mali. Help me with all my English bad stuff. Okay, 2 times a year, and I was amazed because the doctor said that the allergies I had, it will be forever. It's like, you're not gonna be okay.
That's what yeah.
You will live with this. And I believe them. And that was the first mistake. So don't believe those guys. They don't know you. They don't know who you are. They can be in your head. So don't follow those guys. Just follow one that if you can, I will look for more people with asthma in my tribe. So because it's simple, when you talk with someone that already lived your problem, it's like you are talking the same. So, but I also live allergies, and I also live this thing about can't breathing, and I know it wasn't asthma, but I was toxic. I was allergic to something. So after 2 months, of course, I integrated detox, and the first week I just was doing my life like no changes, eating hamburgers and alitas and wings and beer and alcohol and all this stuff. And so it went very bad for me. The first week I was like going to the bathroom 10 times a day. So try to, when you start to do the detox, also try like to go slow with the things you eat. The less fat and all this stuff. The less toxics you can put in your body while detoxing, it's better. So at the end, I just got healed. In 2016, I was diagnosed with chronic insomnia, post-traumatic stress syndrome, and different other stuffs because I was on a very high, difficult financial problem. So that kicked my butt, like it almost killed me. And I was diagnosed with this, and I was having also sleeping pills and a lot of stuff. Then I get addicted to sleeping pills. So my level of toxicity was like high. The doctor told me the last day I went to the doctor, when he saw my studies, my blood studies, he says, "You seems like you are 80." And I was like, really? Oh my God, then I'm so bad. So what I'm saying with this is that if I was that intoxicated in that level, for the people that is not that intoxicated, this also works super amazing. So in 2 months, I dropped all the pills. I was like literally cured about the allergies, like all the allergies, but not also the allergies. I was also able to heal the chronic insomnia and another different type of stuffs that I got in my like diseases that I have on me, because different things. So now when I face a problem like this with someone, I always suggest first detox yourself. It doesn't matter if you're a raw vegan and you eat sun. I mean, there are toxic particles and frequencies also. So I always suggest that at the beginning, do a detox. Do a detox, because if you clean yourself, at the end of the detox, what happened to me is like not only the allergies went away, more stuff went away. So it is an amazing process, and you can do the full detox. That I would suggest that you like invest in all the products and do the 1 month cleaning, so that you can really live it, because it's amazing. It really, it clears you from the inside. It activates your body again. It flowers your guts like from zero, and you start to see changes on your skin, on your thoughts, on everything. It's amazing.
That
all,
means, sorry, that
yeah.
means that they are using, like, they're changing the cleaning products, right? Yusuf, you talked to me about that. You mentioned the cleaning product. Can you mention about?
Thank you, Malika. Thank you for remembering that. I forgot. Well, I discovered that even though I was changing my life to a more sustainable life and trying to be the more vegan that I could and all that stuff, I forgot one piece. I forgot to drop all the chemicals from my house. So I want to ask you guys, are you using some, what do you use for cleaning?
Awesome. Awesome. It's called Awesome, and then I use laundry detergent. And
oh my God, it's like fabuloso.
Please bring it. I want to show you something.
Awesome.
And I'm going to tell a story about this. I was with my couple, with my wife, like I was married 6 years ago, and she lived with nose allergies like 9 years. Since I met her, always like in the air conditioner. And we will talk about that guy. So I was in a cleaning company for 7 years with my big brother. We were partners in this cleaning company, and I was the operations guy. So my job there was to take a look of all the chemicals that we use, so that I can fix the budget, and I load the budget, and have more income but load the budget. And it was amazing what I found about these products, that we used to buy the most expensive ones in the nice stores, and then we just buy the cheapest one in the mercado, and it was the same. It was just the same product. So I made a study about all these components that these products has: the chlorine, the Awesome, the Fabuloso, and all this stuff. And I was just shocked. I went with my brother and I told him, you know what? We can't keep giving this product to the people. We need to change the product for ecologic product. We are killing your customers, man. So he listened to me, and we low down the budget a lot. But like 3 months after, we were receiving thank you letters from the customers and from the employees that were working, because it was a cleaning company. And like, hey, thank you. Since I stopped using the chlorine and using these products, I'm feeling better. I breathe better. So what's happening with these components that also happened to my wife is that you clean the floor, and then that vaporizes and you start to smell them. And as the essential oils can change the biochemistry on your body, those products that also do the same. And the effects are different for everyone. That's what another thing that I found. So back into the story of my ex-wife, I told her, we need to just drop all these products forever, and we will clean with vinegar, soda blanca,
baking soda,
and one essential oil. And I low my budget in my house like crazy. And in 2 months, my wife, it was like clean. She also do the detox, but we take all the products there. I really suggest you that today, stop using any chemical that you have inside your house. Just drop it. And most for the asthma thing, because believe it or not, these type of products, there's a lot of investigations out there that these products cause a lot of problems, of respiratory problems. The craziest one is cancer. So you can easily just buy the vinegar. I know the smell is different, but that products are not cleaning. That smell is just a marketing thing that makes you think it's clean, but it's killing everything around it. So if you have more products of that, I will suggest that just stop using it. Stop using it, and for a while, let's see if that starts to have a different change. That is, we will start with micro doses. So the first detox is just take all these products out of your house and see what happens after that. Okay. Thank you, Malika. Thank you for that. Okay. The other approach I want to tell. Do you have any questions? Something you want to share?
No, it makes a lot of sense. I hadn't thought about what you said about the chemicals in her body due to all the medicine that she's been taking. I mean, I'm over here thinking about the chemicals that we eat, but I had never gave that any thought.
And that makes sense. I'm always the
Yes,
Yeah.
she's always the sickest. And I mean, I have 5 more out of 5. She's the only that's like the most sick. And yeah, I hadn't thought about that. She drinks a lot of medicine. Well, she had, I mean, the little.
All the other 4 rarely ever sick, but I'm like sick every month.
Yeah. Thank you for acknowledging that. And yes, I think that I will give you today like all the tips I have for you to start before you get the oils, because it's important. In some points you may solve it, and that would be awesome for us too if we can help you. So first of all, that all the chemical things that you use in your house, the products, just drop them away. Okay, so the next question. So let's talk about the emotional part, because when I was diagnosed of chronic insomnia, all the doctors and all the people and everyone outside of my was saying that it's about your blood, it's about you are toxic, you are taking alcohol, you are smoking cigarettes, and all that stuff that I believe that it was the cause of my chronic insomnia. So I was trying for 2 years, trying to solve the problem, and I couldn't make it. I tried pills, I tried natural things, I tried like essential oils, I tried a lot of stuff. And then I met the doctor, Michael Bruce. He's the sleep doctor. So I took the training course, all the sleep mastery with him. And he was the first guy that told me, hey, giving me the question like, hey, have you worked the emotional part of your insomnia, guys, like to everyone? And there was no yeses. No one knew about it. And we thought that this doctor will tell us all the chemical properties of the insomnia and all these scientific things and all this stuff. And you know what? The first 2 classes, 2 hours we spent on talking about the emotional part. And I was just stunned because I thought that was like hippie things, emotional. That's too hippie for me, Now I'm very hippie, so now I know about that. But it was amazing for me. I have a dictionary. I will share it with you. And I also have a class on my channel in which I explain how to use this dictionary. Okay, so when I bought this dictionary, and I got it on Spanish, but there's a version in English too. And I started okay, I'm going to share it to you so that you can see it on the screen and I can explain you live and you can understand it better. So just let me look for the dictionary. Okay, so this dictionary is created by scientists, a spiritual man, a spiritual woman, and like different authorities in the world of alternative healing, for saying it like that way. So for me, in my experience, this treatment was everything, because when I started to, can you see the dictionary now there?
Yeah, we see it.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, this is the one I'm going to share with you, and you will see the full class in my channel. But the first is just, you have to go to the end and see who are these guys. So the first thing you have to do is go to the end, look at these guys, who are they? And also you have to learn about the icons, like what is the meaning of this? Like for example, the hand with a pen, it means physical block. Now, how do you say physical? How do you say this, Mali, in English?
Sí. Un bloqueo
Like,
físico. Sí,
Physical
entiendo.
blockage, I think.
Physical
Yes,
blockage, exactly. And that's the theory behind it. So you can learn what they are saying about this. And then you can see who are these 5 guys. It's amazing what these are guys doing. I started to use this in 2018. And back on those days, they were 250,000 testimonials of this book. I imagine today they have more than 1 million. Okay. Okay, so this is amazing because it has an index. Of course, guys, if you can buy this, do it. If you don't, I will share it with you. But if you can, it's also good, to do all this author thing. But if you know, you will have it. I will share it with Malika, and she will share it with you. Okay, so you have an index here. Also, if you want that we take care of asthma today, we can do it. I will do it for the insomnia, but do you want it to do it for asthma?
Yes.
Because, well, okay, I'm just gonna say something. This is something a little bit deep in some points. I will show you the insomnia first so that I can talk about my experience, and then we'll do this. Are you okay with Mali? This? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I
So
wanted to see the photo of you after the detox, though. You didn't show that.
I have it. I just have to see it. No, it's not this one. No, it's not this one. I have it. I will share with you. Okay. So when you learn to use this dictionary, it applies for a lot of things. And this mentor, Michael Bruce, told me that the 80% of the diseases came from the emotional part. And like pretty much a lot of mentors says this about in different things, like the 20-80, right? Like the 20, the physical, and 80, the emotional, and the vibrational, and all that stuff. So I went deep into the insomnia part, and the first thing that clicked with me, it was this handout that says fear, and I have no trust in the process of my life, and I have a lot of guilt. And that was happening to me because I lost a lot of money in 2016. My money and the money of my family, it was crazy. So I have a lot of guilt. And the doctor never asked me this. If the first doctor I went to see, at least he asked me like, hey, how much do you love yourself? Do you feel guilty? Do you feel that you don't have trust of the process of your life? I could like save a lot of money, like thousands of dollars,
For sure.
And
Yes.
every color that you see here is the author of this theory. For example, this is Louisa Hay, the pink one. This is Lisa Bourbeau, the blue one. So they have their own ability to explain this. What works for me, it was like I started to read this in learning mode. Like, this is not the truth, the 100% truth, but you can take some things from this that can click you, and if they click you, and then you start to follow the process. Okay. So the thing that when I read it, it was like, I was like, this is for me. It says, insomnia could be related with my aptitude of loving myself. And that was it. I didn't love myself, actually. back on those days. I hated myself. So when I found that if I started to work on my self-love, like doing this mantra that we will do today, I started every time in the night when I started to think about stupid things, and then I got 6 a.m. in the morning and I couldn't sleep. When I get this trigger, you know, like I imagine that the asthma manifests itself like when you can't breathe. In that moment, when I started to think crazy things, I started to do these mantras with the essential oils, and then these mantras of emotional things. For example, my mantra was, I learned how to relax, and I just leave the control so that the dream takes back his place in my life. That was one of my mantras. The other mantra was, with love, I leave the day behind, and I submerge in a deep and relaxed sleep, for example. So I didn't believe in this, guys. I didn't believe in this. The first 2 weeks that I used this, I didn't see anything, like any changes. By the way, it gets worse. After 2 weeks of using this, it gets worse. And in the holism, it is called a healing crisis. The healing crisis is your system like saying goodbye to the disease. So it's going to get out of your body and out of your reality. And that in some cases, it can cause pain. I'm not saying it's going to pass to you, but it may happen. That's what happens to me. At the 3rd week, after doing this literally daily, guys, I was obsessed on sleeping. It was like my priority. So I put it my mantra with post-its in all my house. My father used to ask me, why do you like to live alone? Why do you want to, why do you don't want to live with someone? And I said, you know what, Dad? I have these crazy post-its pasted in all my house, and I don't want to freak anyone out. You know, I'm healing and I need this stuff. I also downloaded a Loop application to my phone so that I can record these mantras. And then when my teacher, as I call to the insomnia, my teacher appears, I just put play on that loops and I started to repeat myself saying all the stuff I found in this book, okay? So let's go to the asthma. If in some point you feel uncomfortable, if in some point you don't like what you are seeing here and you want to work this with your mom in your house privately, please just stop me and we stop, okay?
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, so let's go to the asthma.
That's a cool book.
Okay.
Now we want that book.
Yeah, I will share it with you, and also it's downloadable from this video that I suggest that you see. Okay. So asthma. It's also called, how can you say this in English, Mali?
Silent cry.
Silent cry. Okay, it's also called the silent cry. So there are more approaches. It's allergies, lungs, and breathing, and respiration. Okay, so the bad signal, the signal that you may be receiving here is that you are, how do you say suffocar?
Suffocate.
Suffocate of love. You are unable to breathe alone. You have this feeling of drowning, and you can have like, you help me with this, Mali?
Cry.
Like some cry that you have on your inside that you haven't expressed on the outside. Remember, put yourself on learning mode. This is not the whole truth. Just find if some of these words trigger you, if some of these words you can feel them, write it down, okay?
Right.
So for all these bad things that you could feel, like all these things that here, the antidote or the mantra could be like, with confidence, I can be responsible of my own life and I choose to be free. That would be one of the mantras. And for example, if the peppermint, you feel like it's not working anymore when you put it on your chest, try to put it on your chest. Yes, Malika, go ahead.
Yeah, you're saying to repeat the affirmation with the usage. I was just curious, is it a suffocation of love, like not being able to express love and not being able to express emotion? and it says a repressed cry, right? So it's making me think, like, you can correct me if I'm wrong, or if it doesn't apply, just let it go. But I think it happens with empathetic people. This is sounding to me like an empathetic response. Like nowadays, young people, my generation itself and lower, you know, I'm in my 20s, late 20s, but there is no connection between one another, between classmates, between people. It's all very superficial and very materialistic. And an empathetic person can feel like they're that they can't breathe because they're inundated with emotions, like other people's emotions and their own emotions, and not being able to connect and let go of those emotions. So it feels like she's taken on something, and then, you know, now it's she can't let it out. And the way you let it out is like an authentic connection. Maybe you have it with your mom, but I know that it can be very challenging, especially for teenagers. You know, I have a few people in my family that speak with me that it's just no connection whatsoever with other people in class, in school, as a friend, you know. So I was just wanting to add that there.
Thank you, Malika. You have any questions? You want to add something? Oh, good, perfect, guys. I want to add another thing that I thought when Malika was sharing. Thank you, Malika. And that I am also integrating the Ho'oponopono process in all that stuff. I don't know if you know this process, but as we are talking, I'm doing Ho'oponopono also. It's like taking the full responsibility of everything, every problem of everyone, and trying to like healing with these words. Okay, so I just wanted you to be aware of that. Okay, let's go to the next author. It says,
sorry, the words are, I'm sorry, please forgive me.
Forgive me.
Thank you, and
Thank
I
you,
love you.
and I love you.
And it's it can be general or specific, but it's the understanding is when you have some sort of disease, it's because you didn't forgive someone or something or some incident from the past, maybe incarnation or this life.
I'm sorry.
And now I am taking that responsibility, even though I don't have the asthma. The love process is saying, what is going wrong with me that Owie has asthma? And then I start to connect with my own divinity, and I say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, and thank you. It's not that it's not that I'm saying like, okay, we are guiding you to use these tools that it work for me, but at the same time, it's also very good also for you, Margarita, as a mom, and also for you, Owie, as the one, like saying, okay, I won't like make guilty to whatever it takes. I will be the responsible whatever it happens. It's amazing. I'm actually working. Okay, we are family here, so I'm working my alopecia right now, guys. So I'm having a little hair. Can you see it? So I'm seeing huge difference after I started to blame the shampoo and all this stuff.
Yes.
Okay, guys. So let's continue. Okay, so it says that asthma is an intermittent disease. It manifests in a form of suffocation that it presents while you breathing, making it harder and painful. While the respiration is easy and fast, this suffocation is surrounded with like
accompanied by wheezing or you know,
that
whistling.
Is perceived, whistling that can be perceived by the ear, like in the stethoscope. That's correct. That's so crazy. So entre las crisis la respiración. Okay. Another thing is that this book is translated from English, so there are some things that are out of context. So it's like like between you have an episode and another one, then you have your breathing is normal, and it says like this disease is a form of chronic allergy. And then we can go to chronic allergy and respiratory problems. So this is fun. if you see this OE as like, let's see, it's like your challenge, you know, like then your next version, and you can do a map here. You can get like it's your own mission, you know. It's like rescuing myself. So do this flow chart and do these drawings on which you start with asthma, and then you go to allergies, and then you go to respiratory problems, and then you just extract what serves you. Okay, it's not everything. Don't believe what something doesn't resonate with you. Don't believe it. Okay, just the things that resonate. Okay, this is very interesting. This is more for this. I think you need like a level of psychology to understand this. But let's do it. So it says there's a conflict. So one of the conflict is there's a lot of people living in my house. You feel like threatened for the territory. It could be, I can see some laughs here, there. So perfect. That's good. That's good. So some fights within the family. Yeah, like a conflict with the love of the family, like trying to look for other generations that have feeling the same things about the family. I mean, all the families have these transgenerational issues, right? So you just try to look for some other problems in the other generations. Fight with yourself.
Wait, can I clarify what he's
Yes,
saying?
please.
This happens in families so often that sometimes we will hide things, especially if it's a mental illness or something, or a repressed emotion, like the family will hide it, you know, from the children, and we won't say. So I think what he's saying is like something of a closure, you know, looking at the past and really understanding where your grandparents came from, grandma, you know, great grandma, instead of hiding it and making it like, oh, they were great, you know, they were perfect, or they were very bad and they were horrible. Instead of that, like he's saying, taking responsibility and seeing them for what they were. And in that way, you have a catharsis because you think, oh, I'm not alone. You know, this has happened before in my family as well.
Thank you, Mali. Okay. Okay, so then if you can fight, you have fights with yourself, you can have fear of death, and when you are with no air, or you are in the middle of the crisis, you have this fear that the air is not coming. Yeah, that's like the top of the crisis. So it says like symbolically. So yeah, physically you are like with no air, but also there's like symbolically, like talking like vibrationally for saying some. So there's like a toxic atmosphere, okay? And it says that this atmosphere can generate anemias. Anemia is like when you don't have a lot of red glows, right?
Red blood cells, yeah.
Red blood cells, yeah. Sorry for my English, guys. I will improve it. Okay.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, anemia is very common. When young girls have asthma, it's very common they might have anemia as well.
Okay.
So if she's not already, she should be taking iron and calcium, very important.
They give you iron.
I think they did it
Okay.
last time. And then we're back.
Okay, I will go to the last one because okay, this for I will be very honest. I never use the blue one because for me I don't have this advanced psychologic studies, so I will give you the easiest one that actually comes from an electric engineer. I'm a computer systems engineer. That's why I love this guy. Is the yellow one. So let's read it. Asthma is a respiratory affection that is Mali, if you can help me translate, I'm super bad translating.
Yeah, no worries.
Sorry.
Asthma is a respiratory illness characterized by difficulty breathing, including suffocation. During a crisis of asthma, the reaction of the immune system to allergy-causing substances, which are called allergens, is so strong that it could lead to a blockage of respiration, wheezing, and also including death. Oh my God. I need life in me, which is inhaling, and I'm not allowed to give, exhaling, to the point that I begin to get pressured by panic, where I'm breathing in easily, but it's difficult for me to exhale. De tal modo que la respiración. Oh, okay. To the point that the breathing becomes insufficient and limited because I only exhale a small quantity of air. Am I attached to certain persons or certain things? Que rehuso soltar. Oh, that I need to let go. Do I suffocate myself with anger, intense rage, aggressivity, that to the point that it chokes my neck, or it comes up to my neck? It's at the limit, where it chokes my neck. Do I have a fear of a lack of something, overall, lack of love, which is, who is not suffering from that? So in my opinion, that is so, asthma is fundamentally connected to the suffocation action. I feel suffocated or pulled at the neck, pressured at the neck, suffocated, in the relationship with a loved one or any situation.
Ahí hagamos una pausa, Mali.
Yeah.
I have a question. Owie, have you seen something here that relates to you? You don't have to say what, just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So before going forward and all this, because as you can see, it's a lot of text, I'm gonna give you the tip about this, okay? So you can read a lot of stuff here, but you will always find a mantra at the end. So for all the stuff that you can see below here, this is the mantra. Everything will fix for the better. I will be satisfied, full of love, I don't know, ternura, and give
affection, full of affection, and gifted with a balanced and normal breathing. And I learned to love myself and love life.
Exactly. So for me, it was like that, as I told you before. When my teacher, the insomnia was present, I just dived deep into this, because I know the other way. If I didn't put my feelings and my vibrations in this mantra, the next thing, it was me not sleeping until 7 a.m. and all this stuff. So Owie, when these will start, in some point your body tells you, I'm coming. It's like the teacher is telling you, I'm going, I'm going to present. So that is the moment where you can, well, for me, as I told you, I was desperate. I was really desperate. So I in some days I was just got disconnected from everyone, and I just put and work all day in this, right? So if you get obsessed on fixing this and like trying to just get over it, if you get obsessed and do these things, for me it worked. So try them for at least 1 month. Like do it every day. You can go back in this dictionary to read it again, and then you can just like refine and redesign your mantra, and maybe you can start to find more things. So this dictionary, guys, I think
one second, when
yes.
Like Zoe said, when she starts itching, then that can be a point in time where she puts this in. Another thing, I'll just send you the link in an email with some links that Yusuf is sharing. But there's a morning and night meditation now that we're seeing what the emotional causes are, that you can just put it on your headphones, and you just basically you can sleep. but
Yep.
it's to do with trusting in life and trusting oneself, which is challenging. I mean, this is a time in your life that you're supposed to be learning and growing through all this. You know, it's and nobody comes ready-made from the womb, ready to tackle these things. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you, Mali. Okay, you have questions, guys? All good? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's I see what you mean. So we start off with these small things and see if we can fix it, because yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I never knew there was an emotional part to it, which is very interesting, because I really do think that yes, it is emotions that cause all these
Yeah.
problems that we come up with. And I've told him that before, and that's why she's laughing, because I've always said, you know, it's your emotions, it's your feelings. I have another kid that doesn't sleep. She's walking by right now. But
Yeah. It's thank you for sharing. And you know, this type of little things are the things that can really change. And yeah, you said that you also have the peppermint, right? Still. Okay, so I will teach you a breathing. If you just try the peppermint like here in your chest. Have you tried drinking it?
No.
No. Okay. Have you tried smelling it from your hands?
No.
No, she's not done a respiration. I don't know if she has doTERRA peppermint though, so it might not be safe for her to drink it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
I thought you
whether to drink it or not.
Ah,
no,
okay,
we
okay.
bought it at this store where they sell sage and stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. I thought it was doTERRA, but anyway, if I will show you now the 30-day clinics program that is very interesting, but also this technique of breathing for people that has challenges on breathing is like, okay, you put the essential oil in your hand, you rub it so that you can activate the terpenes, and then when you smell it, you don't just only use your nose but also your mouth, so you breathe like and you try to do it from your nose and from your hands, and it's amazing. The peppermint, well, at least the doTERRA peppermint is like, it opens up your like your head, like everything. Okay, and remember Owi, it will be it can be normal if you start to do this process and you feel a little worse, but it's just you are working with your emotions. If you have never go deep in these processes, it is beautiful and you will love it, but in some points it's not easy, you know, but you have to understand that it's like it's like you will walk on fire and then that's it.
Yes.
Okay, so let me share with you this program that it's amazing. I don't know why I can yeah, it's that. So Malika will also share with you this web page, and that also actually is here. And well, what I love about doTERRA essential.
Yusuf, you're on mute.
Can unmute myself. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Sorry, something's going on with my this. So I was saying, I love these essential oils because, well, they saved my life. You know, I was very like, I didn't believe in this stuff, and I got the oils in 2010, but I never used them until I really have this emergency. And this is the program so that I want to share. I have there's some noise in the back. I don't know who is. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so what is amazing about these oils is it's not just the properties, it's also where are they made. As a future herbalist, Owi, I can tell you that this project, you will love this project because how the oils are made. As an entrepreneur and as an old businessman I used to do in my past, now I take care a lot of where my money comes from and how it is produced. And now I only work for companies that are coherent, or well, the most coherent that they can, as Santos used to be, but now it's not. So doTERRA is doing the correct things. They are showing all the science behind it. Like you can become a doctor with this knowledge, and it's amazing. They don't talk about a lot. They don't talk a lot about the emotional part because, you know, it's still a corporation. They talk about emotions, of course, but they let this type of books to be produced so that they can use them, even though they don't produce it. They help us to reach this type of books so that we can use them. Okay, and so the detox is not only physical. The 20% of this detox, of course, it's physical. It will clean your gut. It will help you. You know, like I was saying, let's talk about this. So when you have toxins in your body, as we what happened with my, I don't know what's going on with my today. I need to have to restore my computer. That's it. Okay, so the toxic load is basically this type of stuff that it's not on. It didn't came with us, so it do a lot of bad stuff in our organs, like inflammation and diseases and all that stuff. And as we are different as men and women, so everything will work different, you know. So for me, the detox, it was amazing. I lost 18 kilos, for example, and I was stunned. But a lot of people start to use the detox for, you know, for losing weight. A lot of people don't lose weight, you know. Well, it was my case, you know. So it doesn't work for everyone. But the good thing about this is that you can literally do a huge reset by starting to clean your gut, right? So, well, I will send you to this, but I'll go to this part that it's amazing. So it's a 30-day clean program, and you divide it in 3 steps. You know, there will be some things that you will use for the 30 days. I will talk about this product that is called Digescent. The crazy thing about these products is that they are 100% bio. How can you say it? Like, they are all. You take it all. You know, like even the caps, everything your body metabolizes. So there is no waste of any product. And well, they don't have secondary effects. They don't make you addicted. Also, you are addicted, but to feeling well. That's the only addiction. You feel well. So it has an enzymes. It's this Digescent Terrazyme. There are enzymes that provide the enzymes that we pretty much lost in the food. If you don't have a farm and you don't grow organic and you have your animals there, everything has toxins. So these enzymes help to deintegrate the food so that you can process it better, right? It's amazing. All the people that can't have like milk and all this stuff because they feel very bad. So with these enzymes, they can eat cheese and milk. And I don't promote that type of food, but people can do it with this. You know, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And well, also lemon essential oil. That the lemon essential oil, it's very good emotionally. It's for communication and focus, but emotionally, physically, it's the essential oil that promotes the detox. It's very good for detoxing plastics, metals, and heavy things that we have in the blood. It's the cheapest oil, and it's the best sales in the doTERRA history, because one bottle of essential oil, it costs $10, $11, and it has 300 drops inside, from 270 to 300 drops inside. Okay, so if you were having a detox, you could have like almost a year detox. If you take 1 drop a day, you could have almost a year detox just by using lemon. So lemon, it's amazing. Yeah. So what happens with Sendocrine? Sendocrine, it's a complex. It has more essential oils that promotes, if when lemon is not enough, like in my case that I was having medicines and like crazy medicines I was having inside. So I needed a deepest cleaning. So that's why the Sendocrine, it's the detox complex. It goes directly to your liver, and it detoxes everything from there. it has cilantro. I don't remember all the components, but it has cilantro, it has baya de nebro, it has grapefruit. I don't know the other ones, but this one is what the alcoholics use for stop using alcohol. So it's very good for every type of addiction, even though you don't know about the addiction, like addiction to people or addiction to bad results, that I was addicted to bad results that I didn't knew. So what I want you to know here is that all the things that I'm telling you that this detox does, the lemon will detox your communication as though as your body. Sendocrine will detoxify everything around you. These essential oils have frequencies, as you may know. So it doesn't matter for what you are using the oil, right? So it will increase your frequency and it will help you for everything. There's a phrase in doTERRA that says, there's an oil for that. Like for everything, you can have an oil. So, okay, so this is the 30 days. And then you will split the days in a trifecta of 3 days, okay? Why is this? Because we are systematic, you know, we are cyclic. So we can't do a full detox for 30 days because maybe you can die. If you use these products, I mean, not die, but like the body
you can have
learns.
a really bad reaction, like it's too much for the body at one time.
Exactly. Thank you, Malika. Thank you for helping me. So what this does is, the first stage, you activate yourself. It's like you are telling your body, like, prepare, because I'm going to clean you. I'm going to clean you from the inside. And also, if you already have the emotional mantra with this and you integrate these processes, you are also advising your body that you will clean it emotionally. And it's very important because you will do the both works. You have to work physically and you have to work emotionally every day, okay? So just to be aware of that.
And then, you said baya de nebro. You said baya de nebro is juniper berry in English.
Juniper berry.
And incidentally, it's what gin is made from as well. So it used to be used medicinally, but today, you know, alcohol is abused.
Also juniper berry, it's essential oil for the fears in the night. That's the emotional part of the juniper berry. Of course, we will share with you like the PDFs of every product. I will share you another book with you that it's called Una Gota Cambiará Tu Vida, that has the physical part and the emotional part of this so that you can have it. And well, the second stage is the interesting thing, because as you say, we are supporting and filtering organs. We are saying the body, I'm going to clean to you, okay? But these days are when these small soldiers that it has the GX Assist. GX Assist, it's a supplement that it has coriander, clove, oregano, thyme, pretty much all the hot plants, that if you put these plants on your skin without carrier oil, you can like have a small burn, you know. So these products are amazing for the gut. You just have to use it 10 days, you know, more of 10 days, you can over clean, and we don't want to over clean. We just want to clean the gut. And in this process, then you do the best thing about cleaning yourself. I didn't know about this until I feel it and I live it, because I was as I was telling you, I was very toxic. So I went a lot to the bathroom in these days, and I was impressed about like, what the hell is this? Is this what's really inside of me? Oh my God. Okay. So the GX Assist does this. Okay. It will clean your gut from the inside, and then we will restore. That's the last 10 days when you restore your immune system by using probiotics. This the PV Assist. They win a record in a laboratory in the United States, but they deleted because they found that these probiotics that doTERRA has, they have 2 capsules. The first capsule is called the prebiotic. The prebiotic, it dilutes on your stomach. But then the second capsule, it goes directly to your colon and to your intestines. And the second capsule dissolves in your intestine. But what these scientists found out, and that they deleted because they were like killing all their other products, is that these probiotics has 5,000x more probiotics than the highest product on the market. And they launched that article, and in 3 days, like all the companies were saying like, hey, you know, drop that down, we are losing our money. So yeah, these probiotics are the best ones. And so if I would say, it was like the first 10 days for me were crazy. I suffer a lot, and I didn't know what was going on. But remember my picture, guys. I was a party guy, and I used to like party for 5 days in a row. Okay, so I was an extreme case. But for you, it would be just everything will be peace. Okay, so this is the probiotics, and then is the DDR prime. The DDR prime, it's what they call DNA damage repair. This is it has all the super essential oils like frankincense, like helichrysum, like another, it has like 10 or 9 essential oils and superfoods. And what this thing does is that it literally repairs your DNA. How can I say it? I will put and explain. My father used to have a crazy pain on the omoplateau, in the back for years. He was, as he played tennis a lot.
Shoulder blades.
The shoulder blades. Thank you, Mali. As he played a lot of tennis and all this stuff, he was without the cartilage, the cartilage of this stuff in the elbow. So it was causing a lot of pain. After 2 or 3 months that taking this DDR prime and of course doing exercises and all this stuff, the pain was gone. And you know, the doctor's saying like, what did you do? I mean, did you get surgery? And my dad was, no, I got these pills. And it was amazing because it works. For some people works faster, for some other it takes more time. But the important thing that you got here, Margarita, is that when you for example, say you enroll in doTERRA and you came in this family, you get into a tribe where our main focus is to give feedback and follow to you like every week. And also not just solving the challenges of OE, but also the challenges of your family. Because when you invest in doTERRA, it's not cheap. The product is not cheap, but you save a lot of money in other stuff, you know. And when you get this product, you get like a call like this one. It's called Wellness Consultant, in which like we will go in the steps, like we will go deep on this detox, like in every day, the things that you have to do. Also, you became a part of a community where you have a chat, you have a group, because that's the important thing. Also, you know, we can guide you in the process, but we don't know everything, and there are some things that we will solve on the way. You know, some things we can present and we can be there for you, so we can do it. And also, as you will also in the Malika tribe, you can have access to this wellness consulting for your family, because now you have product and you can use the product with your family too. You don't have to buy again to use the same product. That's another benefit of doTERRA. The things that can be used for detoxing, you can use it for cleaning your house. You can use it for your other sons and daughters, and for yourself. So that is also amazing. Malika will send you the link of the detox. So, we will send you like all the products that we recommend and the cost, and so that you can take a decision.
The book, right? And the emotional book, and you need to, before you go ahead and buy anything, you need to try by removing the toxic, the cleaning products and the laundry detergent. I know in Kroger they sell like a natural version, so at least try the natural hypoallergenic version. I just make my own. You know what? So in addition to what Yusuf sends me, I'll send you all the recipes I use. I have one for laundry detergent. I have for dish detergent. I have all that. And it really, you know, you get it's, you can make it for pennies on the dollar. And the most expensive thing is going to be the essential oils that you add in the end. And I'll send you that morning and night meditation. So maybe you don't even have to buy the oils, and or maybe you do, but either way, you know, we can do like the elimination step by step. Like if it's one thing is working, then you can go. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So what do you think? Do you have any questions?
No.
Really?
Yeah, it makes so much sense.
Amazing. So just but to end up, Owie, when I was having these crazy periods of insomnia, I used to hate my disease, like really hate it. Like in my heart, I hated it. And the first process that I started to do was being thankful and start to say, I love you. When in the craziest times, I almost killed myself. And even though in that moment, I was just thinking, because in one day, maybe you can help others also. And that's when the paycheck comes. And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about fulfillment. There is nothing, Owie, today that I can thank more than being here with you, just sharing my I'm not a doctor, I'm nothing like that. Just sharing my path, hoping that can work for you. And that is awesome. So if in one point you are interested on knowing about doTERRA, about the business, about how you can create something like this with doTERRA, please also contact Malika, because we can do another call like this that is called, it's like a business session, in which I give you I ask you some questions, and then we see if this business could be also for you. Okay, so of course, the first stage is heal yourself and have your testimonial for sure. But I don't want to not saying this opportunity, because for me it's been a life changer, mostly on my finances. That's why I'm still doing this, because I love my work. I love to help people, but also it's giving me a chance to be financial free again in a very, very different and lovely way. So I just wanted to say that, guys. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
So to wrap up, we'll send you, you know, again, I said I'd send you recipes and meditation from me, and then Yusuf's recommendation for your products. And, you know, just feel free to email me back. I'll include Yusuf's email as well, so you can talk to him directly. And, you know, again, like, you don't have to buy an oil to talk to us. You can just email and we'll talk to you.
Thank you so much for
let us know. We want her to get better. I want Zoe to get better, and so does Yusuf. So that's the important thing here.
Thank you.
Yeah. Namaste.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Okay,
you.
I will share you also here the files, Mali, just the dictionary, so that you can have it. I don't know what's happened with my Zoom. I just can't. My computer is just.
You can send me by email. You can just send it to me by email.
Okay. I put an enter like 1 minute ago, and now it's ended.
I see it. I see it right here.
Okay.
So you guys can click on that drive link.
But also
That's
also, if you want to send them by email, would be amazing. And I will do this.
I'll do that.
The product of doTERRA, and I will send those.
Perfect. Thank you.
Anything else, guys?
No, that was good. That was a lot to absorb, and thank you guys so much for your time and everything that you guys know.
Any questions? We are here to help. And
right.
You will. And also, if you want something, if you need also something, Margarita, please also just ask.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. And we'll go ahead and start getting rid of all these cleaning products and.
More power to you.
Yes, thank you.
God bless you. God bless you.
The rest of the day.
Have an amazing day.
Thank you.
Nos vemos en el Zoom, Ali. Nos vemos en tu otro Zoom, Ali.
Sí.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
We'll see you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Lo estoy haciendo, Yus. Dame un segundo.
I can't end no puedo finalizar la sesión. Mi Zoom
No,
está trabado,
espérate, no lo finalices hasta que te mande el otro.
Ok. De manera no
Sí.
puedo hacer nada. Oye, qué chido. ¿Cómo viste? Salió bien, ¿no?
Wow, sí. Me cayó muy bien la señora y su hija. Me cayeron
Sí, qué
súper.
chido. Además, creo que estos procesos van a hacer grandes diferencias, como lo dijimos, o sea, sin los aceites también se puede, los aceites ayudan un chingo y obviamente pues queremos que se inscriban, ¿no? Pero qué bueno que me encanta hacer esto,
Sí,
Mali, me encanta hacer esto,
sí.
me neta, mi pasión.
Ok. Save y ya iniciar.
No sé qué pedo, a ver, voy a cerrar esto. Es que necesito reiniciar mi compu, Mali, ¿me esperas 2 segundos?
Entonces, ¿qué te mando en email? Está
Sí,
bien,
please.
reinícialo,